The tall, gangly thing?
What's up, guys? With Worlds coming up in just a few days, we are going to see 24 of the world's best teamfight tactics players battle it out over 3 days for $250,000 and the title of the Teamfight Tactics Fates World Champion. This is the first time we're going to be seeing a tournament of this caliber since last summer when the Set 3 World Championships took place. Expectations are certainly up in the air, and a lot of people don't really know what to look for going into the event. As a primer for the tournament, I wanted to give you guys my list of 5 players to watch going into Worlds. Let's kick it off with number 5. At number 5 is the Korean representative Ding Dang. Not only did we get to see Korea's incredible production for their regional finals, but we finally got to see this aggressive, high-tempo style that Korea is known for take shape in a competitive setting. Ding Dang placed second in the Korean regional finals, but he tied for the most points within the tournament. While other players are keeping the Slayers, Aurelion Sol, and Keepers, Ding Dang wasn't afraid to whip out other comps like Talon and even reroll Brand. There isn't a ton of information out on the Korean representatives, but I can tell you that regardless of what Ding Dang plays, it will be fiery, it will be aggressive, and it will be very fun to watch. Moving on to number 4 is Huanzi, the Chinese representative. As fast and aggressive as Korea plays, China took a very different approach to the game. In fact, we saw a lot of Chinese representatives unwilling to slam early game items just to play for tempo. Huanzi dominated the finals, playing a variety of different styles, whether it was win streak, fortune, loss streak, even reroll. Huanzi will be one of 5 Chinese representatives that will have the chance to show how the Chinese meta stands up against the rest of the world. Additionally, Huanzi is one of the few players returning to Worlds this year. That's right, this is the same Huanzi that made a name for himself last year when he played his Space Pirate composition at Worlds. He'll be looking to use this tournament experience to take him even further this year. Now, what would a Worlds player list be without a French player? Coming in at number 3 is the French player Potable. Now, France is known to have the strongest tournament infrastructure for teamfight tactics in EU and maybe even in the world. And you don't have to take my word for it, just look at the results. 4 of the 6 European competitors come from France. That is not a coincidence. Potable dominated the regional finals in Europe, placing first on the first day and also on the last day to win the event. Potable was described to me as a fundamental player who may not have a gimmick to rely on, but plays with very few mistakes and always has a strong board. France may not have their reigning champion with them this year at Worlds, but you can bet that Potable is looking to take that trophy home with them this year. At the number 2 spot is the North American representative Mismatched Socks. Mismatched Socks is constantly referred to as a huge North American threat, whether it's on ladder or in tournament. In fact, most players and casters were expecting him to earn his spot in the World Championships going into the regional finals. Returning to the world stage, Socks has a lot to prove after his short-lived tournament run in the Set 3 World Championships, but this year he has a new mindset and a new playstyle known to so many as actually one of the most flexible players in North America. Socks' flexible playstyle allows him to play on a knife's edge, making strong boards with minimal gold. And when you're playing at a tournament of this caliber, being able to play what the board gives you is required in order to maximize your placements. North America is looking to their representatives to prove their strength on the world stage, and I believe that Mismatched Socks is one of the players who will be able to show what this region is capable of. For my number 1 spot, I have the Turkish player Jing. Jing is currently rank 1 global, sitting at over 2,000 LP in the Turkish server. There is so much hype about this player, and for good reason. He is an incredibly flexible player, playing 9 comps in the 12 in-house scrims that were publicly available leading up to Worlds. He also dominated the European TFT Twitch Rivals event, placing first by a landslide. When I asked players about what they think about Jing's playstyle, everybody talked about how few mistakes this guy makes. I have heard multiple Worlds representatives talk about how Jing is the player to watch at Worlds. Some people have made the argument that Jing has the strongest fundamentals out of every player in the tournament, and for that reason, I have put him at my number 1 spot for players to watch at Worlds. Now, I want to end this video with an honorable mention. All of the players mentioned in this video up to this point have come from major regions. However, I want to give my prediction for a dark horse of the event that is a player coming from an emerging region who I believe will make a splash at the tournament. My honorable mention goes to the Latin American representative Pi Hat. Out of the 61 games that he played to qualify for the World Championships, he won 19 of them. That is over a 31% win rate. He did have some trouble in the in-house scrims leading up to the event, but he's clearly shown that when it clicks, it clicks. I'm hoping that things click for him before the event, and if they do, I am expecting him to make a run, make some upsets, and have a strong placement by the end of the tournament. And that's all I have for you guys. Let me know in the comments who your 5 players to watch at Worlds are, and also who your dark horse pick would be. Make sure to watch the TFT Fates World Championships on April 7th, and I will see you guys later.